So good evening, good evening. We made it to Bedikas Chametz. Yeah, today was a big one. Today was a big one. It was it was intense, different, intense but different. Um, I guess we were kind of mindful of what was going on. We were kind of observing the process instead of being in the process. It's a whole different madrega. That's like It's like Pare trying to do something, he's spinning the wheels and we're watching him spin it and he just can't. He's like, why am I not getting a response? So he spins more, but he's burning out. So it was a hectic day. So what's going on here today? So we started a process here going back to Purim. We went back to Purim. We're going back to Purim. We're dealing with Amalek. Amalek is that thing, that consciousness that cools me off, the consciousness that distracts me, the consciousness that takes away my innocence, that doesn't let me see it for what it is. He makes up a whole spiel because that's the way he processes it. That's the way he thinks. He thinks in that type of twisted way. So since we're trapped in that incubator, so we process everything through that window. So I'm doing things that only will feed that window, will calm that channel, will give that fire that it needs, the Eish Zara. But really, I have a deeper desire, I have a deeper yearning, much deeper yearning. That's my true identity of who I really am. Who am I? Who am I? What does that mean? Who am I? What's my value system? What do I stand for? Where is my innocence? What's my sensitivity to what's going on around me? The way I really want to think, the way I really want to be present. But I can't because it was suppressed since I was a child. It was suppressed by not being seen, by not being given a chance. And because of that suppression, it doesn't know. The child never really got a feedback of where he wanted to be seen because the sensitivity was taken away. So now my sensitivity is hidden deep inside of me, but I can't express it. I can't bring it out because it's been suppressed and it's been molested. It's been all that stuff. So that is Amalek, and that's also through Pare. He's the big vessel. And so Amalek brings in the coldness, the kalket. Now, Bedikas Chametz. Bedikas Chametz is a time where we're putting out the 10 pieces, the 10 breadcrumbs, and they're basically connected to the spheres, the 10 midas, Keser, Chochma, Bina, Chochma, Bina, Das, Chesed, Gebura, Teferes, Netzach, Yisrael, Malchus. And now that they've been hijacked, so what happens? So the heat turns on as Melech Malcham Melachim is starting to land into world consciousness. High consciousness is coming closer. It's more revealed. It's accessible. It's opening up. So that pushes Amalek even stronger because the light pushes. So it pushes. The force is now. What happens is it becomes like a magnifying glass, a black light magnifying glass, that everything is right exposed. You're so sensitive, you feel everything, you see everything. And the confusion that's going on the Vilka that's happening and building up to Pesach is the flashlight being right in the face of Amalek, and he's being exposed like when we put a dye to in the body. When we do, somebody needs an X-ray, it shouldn't. So it lights up the body. So what happens is that this Melech Malach HaMelachim, this light, that's not afraid, because it's Melech Malach Ani v'lo Saraf Ani v'lo Malach. It's me myself. Why? Because I'm not getting into negotiations here. I'm not playing around. But if that would be the case, if not playing around, he can send an angel, and then it would be too stringent. But we're dealing with Melech Malach HaMelachim, Shechina. It's tremendous love. That's what's being exposed here. The birth of Klal Yisrael, the birth of Am Yisrael, the birth of B'ni B'chori Yisrael, my firstborn child, the first thought, the first machshava that Allah B'Tzoyna, for this thing that created everything, that's full of love and compassion, he thought of B'ni B'chori Yisrael. And this is who we are. And now we're being processed through Parah and Amalek, and we're going out of Mitzrayim. So the flashlight and the pressure that you're feeling, you're experiencing, is that exposure. So now we take the 10 breadcrumbs, and we process them. Of course, we have to physically play it out. And we process all the dark side of it. I facilitate myself. I process the dark side. Tomorrow I collect it. I become aware of it. I hold it. I'm aware I'm aware of the muscle, the tightness of the muscle, and then tomorrow we throw it into fire. And fire is the thing that bridges all the gaps, because fire doesn't play. Fire is bottle. I mean, it's like with water you can negotiate somewhat, but fire, you can't swim in fire. So that bridges the gap. So we're taking the feather, we're taking the candle, the feather and the candle. The feather is that as you do this process, it has to be from a place of, with delicate. It's Kamfei Nesharim. Be mindful that everything you're doing is not to facilitate yourself from the dark side, from the negativity, rather to trigger the light. So as you're doing this, you're holding the nesher, you're gliding the nesher. You know the balance that this is going to bring you, how this is going, what this is going to bring to the surface. And then, of course, you take the candle. The candle is the light. Neravai Nishmas Adam. What are we looking for? What are we looking to find? We're looking to find Neravai Nishmas Adam. The light, the candle, the light candle of Havaya is the neshama of an Adam, a Yid. That's his candle, that's his light in the world. That's what, when we're walking, that's the flash, that's the candle in the brain. The Das again. Das. It's kashrus, back of the head. So, Melech Malach HaMelachim, so we're holding the candle to understand who we are, what we're digging for, what's behind all this. I'm pushing out the negativity and pushing out the darkness to the front. And tomorrow we're going to throw it into the fire. So, Chachma is my wisdom and my learnings, my flashes. Let's take that back. My flashes. Chachma is a flash. It's the first lightning, the first snap. Then comes Bina, but Chachma is a snap. But is this fire? Is this holy fire? Is this heilige fire? Where is my knowledge coming from? Where is my wisdom coming from? What am I fueling my subconscious, my deeper conscious? What am I fueling my energy? So the first thing is we check that. Chachma. And then we have Bina, am I abusing my Bina to dig up and find reasons as to why it's good and why it's not good, and all those challenges, rather than just binatizing into Chachma, into Helikat, into Bnei Yisrael, Bnei B'chari Yisrael, going forward, going with power. Use your wisdom. Am Chacham V'Navim. Do you understand what we're dealing with over here? We're dealing with a consciousness that is superchargers. You just have to think. Just be present with it. It's a light blue light. It's in the center of the head. It's strong. Bina. That's where we want to be. And then we have Das. Das is Eskashris. Das is, as I saw today, I remember from we wanted tzaddikim, yeah. So there's all the spiel about different languages. So das is the iskashers that brings it to my heart, the channel that brings to my heart, the connecting channel from das to my heart, the connecting channel. Is that clean? Is my what am I attached to? What am I one with? What's behind? What's the mother board? What's driving all this? Where's my das attached to? Do I have oneness with low frequency or oneness with high frequency? So that delivery das now is high frequency that's bringing the message straight to your heart, and then forget it. The midas are lit. The midas are properly lit. Ema Banim Semecha. The mother is happy for the children. Bin is happy for the children, for the midas. Chesed is my kindness. Is it good kindness, not good kindness? Is it my? Am I just doing chesed because is it a strong chesed? Is it ausgehalten? Is it strong? Fine, whatever. Chesed gevura, my restraint. How am I holding back? Am I holding back to step into power? Am I holding back, letting it hold me down? Then we have to fair is balance. It doesn't have to be just are you in balance? Check the balance. Are you balanced out? Just that thought should center your brain. You should feel in the center of your head. Balance. We have Netzach. This is the Netzach Yisrael Lo Yishakir. A Yid has soft. No matter what your agenda is, you will get to the truth. You can't help yourself. It's our deep truth. That's what it is. You go back home. Everybody goes back home. You go back to your heart, to your center, to your child. Hoid, my humility, my humbleness, my gratefulness. 90% of the problems can be resolved when there's humility and humble, because once I surrender to it, I'm out of the way of harm. There is no restraint. There is no resistance. If I'm just thank you, I'm grateful, and okay, I forgive myself. It was a hard day, and now fine, I'm good. But now don't let it sit. So then Yisoid, this is to have a proper Yisoid, to take all these once it's properly understood and bring it out, act it out into Malchus. Yisoid is the connection into Malchus, into Mother Earth, into Malchus. So these are all the negativity, the chosher, from the other side that we are going to collect tonight, and of course with love, and tomorrow in the fire. And then tomorrow we're going to step into the light. All right. Good luck.